Welcome back to Three Creatives in the Cross. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so glad to, and I'm honored to introduce to you a special guest tonight. So our guest today is the founder of the Recess Reboot. She's a Cincinnati-based community helping adults rediscover fun, friendship, and connection. After a life-changing faith journey and a commitment to healthier living, Mai found herself searching for meaningful community and decided to build it herself. Through kickball, biking, game nights, and more, she's creating spaces where people can put down their phones, make real friends, and remember adults need recess too. Please welcome Mai to the show.
Woo! Yep.
I love it. So Mai, go ahead, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Mai. I was born in Detroit, Michigan, but I basically am a Cincinnatian. I've been here pretty much all my life. I try to claim that I'm from like the D, but I'm really not. I'm not gangster at all. Been here since I was like 5, 6.
Oh, yeah.
35. I have one son, my amazing broke bestie. Love him so much. And I have an amazing group of friends. And yeah, I work in event catering. And amongst other things, I love party planning. I love entertaining people. So like anytime I have like a brunch or something, you guys might, get invited since after this podcast.
Hey,
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say, I don't think you're a true Cincinnatian.
Why?
You didn't say what high school you went to.
I was getting ready to ask.
See what I mean?
You know what?
I'm not.
Yeah.
What if I don't want to mention? I'm just kidding.
I mean, that's cool.
I went to two. Okay, so I went to two. I guess I automatically don't do that because I went to two. I went to Wynwoods, and then I also went to Scarlet Oaks. So I don't really, you know what I mean? Like claim both, even though I should. That's going to sound so wrong. But I went to two different schools, so I don't automatically think of that. You know what I mean?
I went to Scarlet too, but I claimed my home high school.
Oh, okay. I guess I.
But you can say
I
both.
should feel bad.
I mean, either one. But
Yeah.
it's mostly just like what neighborhood you from, basically. Like,
Yeah, I'm from. I guess Forest Park is where I'm from originally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so tell me about the Recess Reboot. Tell the people what is the Recess Reboot?
Yeah. So I came to Christ. So I'm still freshly in my walk. This will be, I'm upcoming on my second year.
Hey, congratulations.
And yes, amen. I lost a lot of friends, during that process, and it was unexpected. It was a very sad time for me. But also like when you lose certain things, God replaces them, with other people or other things, So I got in contact with two of my good friends that I went to school with, and we started just doing these girl dinners and just like being in commune with each other. And we have like a Snapchat group, and I put a message in the group like, guys, I want to start this group. And they're like, do it. Just do it. And I was like, I am. I was like, but I didn't have a plan in place. I was like, I'm just going to do it, because sometimes when you make rational decisions, I'll just say this, everything doesn't need a plan. Sometimes you just jump out on faith and just do it. And so they're like, well, you're going to claim it. I had another name before the Recess Reboot. I think it was called like Adult Field Day or something like that. It didn't really make sense to me. So I ended up changing it to the Recess Reboot. And they were like, yeah, you should just do it. And then I created a TikTok. I created a Facebook, like kind of like all in the same day. Actually, we started off Facebook first. And then I created the Recess Reboot TikTok page kind of late. Did our first, kickball session, put it on Facebook. A lot of people came out. A lot of friends came out to support. We had about 25 to 28 people show up. And it's just been going ever since.
And now you have some events coming up.
I do. We are coming up on our 1-year anniversary. It's crazy because time goes so fast.
Yeah,
We've done so many events in between. And it was my goal to do a, all through the year thing. I didn't think I would do 365 days, even though, not completely 365 days, but we went through winter, fall. We've done all the seasons. We've done indoor events. We've done outdoor events. But I never thought that we would still be here. A couple times I wanted to quit. A couple times I was like, you know what? This is overwhelming. I don't want to do this anymore. And my friends was like, well, don't quit. So many people love it. It's so good for so many people. And I'm glad that I didn't quit. And we're coming up on our 1 year. celebration this Saturday. And I'm so excited about it. We're going to have some good food. It's going to be picnic style, and we're going to have a good time.
Absolutely.
Now, what time is that for Saturday?
It is 3 to, I almost said the wrong time. That's something else. It is from 12 to 5 o'clock. So I don't know if this video is going to roll out before.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
make sure
come
that-
out, come out and have a good time. We are, everybody is to bring their own things, but we're going to have a few things on the grill. First come, first serve. We're going to play some music. We're going to hopefully play a game of kickball. Hopefully the ground isn't wet, but we plan on playing kickball regardless. People don't mind.
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna vibe out and have a good time. So yeah, if you have not heard, go to TikTok and look at the video and come out and vibe with us.
Yep, and that'll be at 8 Enfield Street up in the...
Yes. Look, I need to have all this stuff in front of me, so I can do this. Right. Let me do this. 8 Enfield Street. There's a white community building, and the field is located right behind that. Let me pull this up.
Yeah, you can't, when you pull up, you can't miss it. So just 8 Enfield Street, and it's right
You'll
there.
see a big white building. There will be a driveway. You'll go behind there, and you will see it.
And then Wednesday, June 17th, you got volleyball coming up.
Yes. Hoping it doesn't rain, because all this rain that we are getting is just unexpected. You just never know what you're going to get here in the Midwest. I may have to cancel it, just depends, or I may have to, fill in another event, who knows. But next week is volleyball. We plan on going to, I believe, Sawyer Point.
Yep.
And we've never been there before. Shout out to another TikTok creator. I saw him put that up there. I didn't even know it existed.
I didn't know
I did
either.
not know it existed. I'm like,
it's
where
crazy
did they
over
do
there,
that
yeah.
at? And it's free. I love that.
Yeah.
We love free
Just
out here.
empty.
Yeah. I think it was like 3 different volleyball
courts,
fields.
yeah.
Huge. So yeah, if you don't have anything to do next Wednesday, come out and play volleyball with us. If it's not raining, I will definitely keep you guys updated on that.
And now this last event you got coming up.
Yes.
I had to look it up because I was like,
Kabrewing?
yes. I'm like, surely
Yeah.
she spelled something wrong. I didn't know what. So you got Brewing coming up Saturday, June 27th at 10 a.m. at 4595 Round Bottom.
Yes.
What is Kabrewing?
Okay, so Kabrewing, for context, I don't drink. I'll say that first and foremost, but no problem for those who do. But I've never been canoeing before either, so this is a new experience for me as well. But you're basically in a canoe. You're canoeing for like 2 to 3 hours straight, and they have like a bar available, and you can like drink your brews, and just, what do they call it? Go with the current, down the stream, and they, and just kick it on the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have thought Kabrewing would have been your thing. Like, I would have thought you knew what that was and you've done it before.
I've never heard of that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, beer and water for me don't mix.
Yeah, I didn't hear about it till when I was working at Apple. A lot of people went.
Okay.
Yeah, this will be my first time too. Oftentimes these events, we kind of just we start looking up stuff because there's so many things in the city. I think, living in Cincinnati, we have a bad rep because oftentimes people say, oh, there's never nothing to do here. And I'm like, it is though.
Or we can't behave.
That.
That too, yeah.
And, I try to pick things that are outside the box that you wouldn't think of on a regular basis besides, going to a bar or, whatever the case may be. We have done so many things. And this will be a new thing for me. And a lot of other people have never experienced as well. So I'm excited to cabrew with you guys.
So you started the Recess reboot.
Yes.
Kind of take us back a little bit, but what does Recess represent? What was the idea behind that Recess?
So, one thing I can say is oftentimes, a lot of people didn't get a chance to live their childhood to its full potential.
Yeah.
You have a lot of people who had to grow up fast. I'm one of those people. I had to grow up fast. Grew up in a family that had alcoholism involved, and I had to take care of my parent, and I didn't get a chance to do a lot of things. Like, of course, you had your outdoor activities, but I also feel like I didn't get a chance to really fulfill that childhood. So going into it, I just was like, you know what? I want people. First of all, adults take life too serious. And sometimes we just need to disconnect from it. We need to disconnect from our phones, the toxicity in this society. I just want to disconnect from it. And I just remember Recess as a kid. And I'm like, let's bring back Recess, but for adults. Like, leave the kids at home. I love my son, but leave the kids at home. Just come enjoy yourself and disconnect and meet new people and get active and, have a good time like we did when we were young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I got you. I thought you had another question. I think that's dope. I think it's a lost art for, especially for particularly like us millennials. There's a lot of things that we live before the internet, and then we're living after the internet,
Yeah.
with social media and things like that. My personal, I took 2 Saturdays out of the month, I watch action, like anime cartoons,
Yeah.
or just action superhero stuff. That's my Saturday morning cartoon. Like,
love
and I
that.
grew up watching and loving those things. We
Yeah.
don't have that no more. So like, even at 36, I'm still like, wife takes my daughter and they go out and do stuff, and I'm sitting down and I'm eating fried rice and I'm watching anime.
That sounds like a
for that
vibe.
morning. Yeah,
Right.
like,
That sounds like a vibe.
but I don't want to let that thing go. I just feel
No.
like, yes, you couldn't be an adult, but you can still retain your childhood. And even if you
100%.
have not had a childhood, these are opportunity and spaces for you to live and have an experience having a childhood, even at your adult age.
100%. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. And you know, a lot of times too, we make adulthood so serious.
We do.
You know, we were talking about how Dalton is ghetto, but it's like,
They're not wrong on that. They're not wrong.
you know, but I think when we take those moments, that's when like you can have a little bit of reprieve
Yes.
from those things that are going on. You can just go ahead and be like, you know what? For the next few hours while we playing kickball, I'm gonna act like I ain't got no bills.
Right? No, really though. It's so competitive. And another thing is like it's so many different age groups, so many different backgrounds. People come from different walks of life. Our oldest participant was like close to 70. So it's like not just for, younger adults, but like older people come out too, because they too want to disconnect. A lot of them are retired, so they come in and hang with us, run and do everything, under the sun. So yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, when I came out for the kickball, and I was kind of telling people afterwards, I was telling like my work colleagues and stuff like that. It was just like 50 to like 40 to 50 people there.
There was so many people.
And they're like, I was
Yeah.
like all different all different age ranges, like 20 to
Yes.
60. I was just like,
Yeah.
I was like, not everyone played, which is fine, but it was just it was cool. It was really cool to see and experience, and the kickball was good.
Yeah, thank you.
Now,
It was so funny because it was so competitive. You too, though. They were getting so mad at him because he was rolling that ball so fast. They're like, no, do it again. Roll the ball again. And I'm like, Matt, you are kind of rolling the ball kind of hard, don't you think? By the time it gets to them, they're like, just kicking it out of bounds.
You gotta
but
play to win.
yeah, no, right.
We striking people out.
It's so
Right, yeah.
competitive.
Yeah.
People were getting so mad. But I also tell people, like, just come and have fun. Like, you don't have to always win, but that's that doesn't really work out. But it's still, people still have fun. Friendly competition. Nobody's getting into it. Yeah, people have a good time. They come back, some I don't see for months, but each time I just never know what to expect.
Yeah, and people weren't on their phones.
No.
Except
For me, probably because content, obviously, but
Yeah.
like nobody's on their phones unless they have like a break, and which is fine. But no, everybody's talking amongst each other.
Yeah, because that was
That's
something that I
cool.
picked up that you shared on on TikTok. It was
Yeah.
like put your phones down. And like
Please.
when I got there, I was like, I threw the phone in the bag. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't need it.
You don't
just-
need it. No.
And it just went by so fast.
That's what
dope.
it's all about. That's what I want. I want people to just let loose, let go, and just meet people.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
In that same way, what have been some like common stories that you heard from some of the participants that come to the Recess Reboot?
One thing I think is when people say, I'm always trying to find things like this, or I'm new here. I'm not even from Cincinnati, so I've been looking for new friends. I've been looking to do things, do new things. And I don't have friends. People say that, like I don't have a lot of people to hang out with. And so I'm like, well, you're in the right place because you're going to meet somebody. So yeah, a lot of people say the same thing. They're either not from here. And then we've had people come all the way from Kentucky, Dayton, Columbus. Like people travel to come attend the Recess Reboot events. We have a frequent person, shout out to Hunter. He comes to pretty much every event, and he comes he's driving like a couple hours away from Kentucky. So just very thankful for people who travel to us. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I met Hunter. I remember him saying
He's so cool. We love
Kentucky.
Hunter. Yeah.
Right. Now being in Clifton, like we're closer to Kentucky.
Yeah.
So it's like no big deal. But
Right.
to go all the way up there.
Yes.
To
In
Forest
Green
Park,
Hills, it's
whatever.
a bit of a drive for sure.
Yeah. Cool. So I mean, you touched on it. Are adults struggling to make friends?
They are. They are. I mean, again, it goes back to social media. You know, social media has disconnected us in so many ways. You know, I don't know if it happened just during COVID or if it's literally been this way for a while and we just didn't notice until after COVID. But so many people just are not getting out there. A lot of people are staying home. A lot of people are not, you know, going to bars anymore or not really doing any of that. They are looking for different things in the Cincinnati area. You know, I've had people tell me, you know, like, thank you so much for doing this because this is something that I needed. I didn't realize how much I needed to be around people. So it's made me very proud to know that I started something for people.
Just need it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a homebody.
Yeah.
I like being at home.
Yeah.
I have no problem being at home. But I married someone who's not a homebody. And I remember
Yeah.
dating, and even in our marriage, she would be like pulling me out
Yeah.
to places. And when I would go, I would see so many people that I missed or I grew up with or just whatever, just meeting new people. And it was just so dope. And she's like, see, this is why you need to go out and
Yeah.
like get your, like, yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with you
Yes.
staying at home, but like you need to get your cup filled by others.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's even with our Christian walk. Like
Yeah.
we have to be in community with other people. God
Yes.
calls us to be in community with others, to share in each other's burdens, to do life with each other.
Yes.
Because like he tells us in Genesis, it's not meant for man to be alone. And so I think I think with social media, it does cripple us a lot
does.
heavily. And I think it's a slow burn. I
Yeah.
feel like this prior to COVID, I think COVID amplified it, but I think it's been a slow burn with social media
Yeah.
where we've detached from human connections, but connected more with our phones through the internet.
I definitely want to get away from I love, social media obviously because there's so many different opportunities, but I do want to step away from it to a certain extent and be more out experiencing people, looking, I don't know if you guys ever saw that movie, Look Up. I mean, this is not the same thing, but like just simply getting off your phone and looking around you, looking at the environment, looking at the birds. When the last time you looked at some clouds and said, oh, that looks like a clown. Oh, that looks like a fish. When's the last time you did that? So I want to get people to completely understand that there is life outside of your phone.
Yeah.
What would you say would kind of be like, I guess, encouragement for people who might be like on the fence about going to something like Recess Reboot, and they just like, I want to go, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I should.
People are not as mean as you think they are. You don't know people's character. We make so many assumptions about people and how they're going to be, or what if they're weird, or what if it's weird energy. I've had so many introverts come to these events. Like, I don't like people. I don't say hi. I'm very much in my shell, and they come and you would think that they're not an introvert. You're like, there's no way you're an introvert because you've been talking the most out of all these people here. So people are not as mean as you think they are. Come out and just be open-minded to meet people other than what you're used to. Sometimes we have to get out of our own circles. Like, I do understand that we have our own comfort with our friend circles, and that's okay. They're always going to be there, but also be receptive to meeting new people. You never know who you're going to meet. I've met so many amazing people, from doctors to lawyers to workout instructors. I mean, so many people from different walks of life. So just be open-minded and stop assuming that people are mean or not going to like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you kick things off with stretching, which I didn't do enough stretching.
I think you kind of came late, which is cool.
Yeah, I was like, I should have done more.
Yeah.
But there was a fitness instructor who kind of led that kind of circle and things
Yeah.
like that. And so,
Yep. Yeah,
That's fire.
you gotta stretch. I mean, especially
Yes.
nowadays. I heard a lot of people say, I woke up so sore, like, oh my gosh. I still kind of feel this little in my ankle from when I slipped last year. And I just try not to slip again, because if I fall again, I might not be able to kick ball. But yeah. Stretching is mandatory.
what was the moment that you realized this is why I do this?
Well, first and foremost, people are so funny. People make me laugh so much, and I love laughing. Laughing is healing, and love is healing. So seeing so many people come with their friends, but like not end up with their friends by the time the event is over, and seeing them connecting with other people other than who they came with. I'm like, yes, see what I mean now? This is what it's about, disconnecting and meeting new people, people exchanging numbers and making plans outside of the group. Just seeing how happy people are and just them telling me their experience. I'm like, okay, I can't get rid of the Recess Reboot because it is doing something. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it doing?
It's oh my gosh, that's a
Listen, and there's no pressure, right? This is like, we created this podcast in this space to kind of flesh these things out.
yeah.
And so
What's it
we got some
doing?
more. So what is it doing?
I can tell you this, it's definitely making me want more out of life, and I think it's making other people want more out of life as well. Because again, we're so used to our comfort. We are complacent with being around the same people, doing the same things, and not jumping outside the box. So this is showing me that there's so much more life to live. Even if I'm not going on vacation, like you go on vacation, you go on a vacation to see different places and sceneries, but like meeting different people can also put you in the midst of something else as well. You just never know who you're going to meet. So yeah, it's opening my eyes to just life and just doing life differently and involving people other than who I'm used to.
Yeah. I think too that's a skill that can kind of be underrated.
Yeah.
And I always go back to there was a documentary on Netflix called The Black Godfather about Clarence Avant, and like his superpower was putting people in the same room. So much so that like he had a record label, signed Bill Withers, Grandma's Hands, all of that.
Yeah.
And then, he went broke. And he wasn't a millionaire anymore. But then somebody needed him to put them in the room with somebody else.
Wow. Yeah.
And he got to be a millionaire again just
Look at
because he
that.
knew how to put people in rooms.
Yes.
And it's not even about the money, but just that power to be able to connect people in that way, I think is very underrated for sure.
I believe that is my calling. I still, I talk to God often about it and just telling him to just, order my steps and just show me. And then he'd be like, I'm showing you. You doing it. Just stay on the path,
Build the boat.
Something else is going to come from it. And yeah, I love bringing people together.
That's good.
I really do. Yeah.
Whose life changed because they showed up?
Honestly, probably everybody's. I mean, I can say honestly for real, whether you were sore the next day and you say, I ain't doing that ever again. It was fun though. Let me know when y'all go to our arcade. Let me know when y'all do something more chill, but I'm not coming to kickball ever again. Or like, people who again are consider themselves introverts, and they're like, okay, this has opened me up to just be more open to just meeting more people. People who thought that there was nothing to do in the city, now they're seeing that there are things to do in the city because we are finding them. Me and my friends, we get together, we have a list of so many things. Whether they experienced or not, people still come out. So I think we are introducing people to just Cincinnati in a different way. Very cool. Yeah.
It's dope.
Memorable or funny moment from an event?
Well, the most recent one, and I love TJ, shout out to TJ, but like during kickball, he face planted, and this is no shade to you, TJ, but it was so funny because he laughed through it, and everybody, you know how you fall and you don't know whether to laugh or be like, are you okay? He was good, but life-changing, I would say for sure. One of the most memorable moments, I would say, and it's so many, but last year we had like a sip and paint, and we were playing like inside games and doing like karaoke. But maybe the people who were like really shy, who got on the mics or like doing line dances, we all were doing line dances together. First of all, I'm like very, I have rhythm, but like at the same time I don't. Y'all know that to me. Yeah, still don't know how to do that.
They dancing in cursive.
Listen, they are dancing in cursive, aren't they? But I think maybe us doing line dances together, like so many people doing line dances together. And then for our Halloween party, we did our like swag and I surf. And it was like 30, 40 of us doing the swag and surfing and stuff. That's on TikTok as well. But yeah, I have so many memorable moments. It's so hard to just like say one.
So the Recess reboot, it takes off. It's now year 4. Whatever year, 10, year 10, year 9,
gosh.
whatever.
Okay.
Where does it go from here?
I wish that I knew because again, I kind of created this group on a whim. Just, God led me to create this group. And so I really don't know. I would love to get some sponsorships, and I would kind of love to do something like Dave and Buster's, but like the Recess reboot. And there's so many different things in there for adults though. Like you got Dave and Buster's where adults and kids come, but the Recess reboot would be like an adventure inside park for adults.
That would be dope.
Just saying.
I've always wanted a giant ball pit that was just for adults.
That sounds amazing. You never know what you're going to find. You might have like a big kickball field inside the building. You
That'd be
might
fire.
have some baseball. You might have, I don't know, like I want it to be like a arcade, active gymnasium thing, something for adults. But like, kind of like Dave and Buster's.
That'd be nice. And you'll
Yeah.
probably get a lot of like companies who would really want to like bring their staff there, things like
for
that
adults
too.
to just be active. And maybe a sauna and maybe like a whirlpool because people going to be sore.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Some aftercare.
Yeah, but like I really don't know, and I thought about this because the Recess reboot is a community for people to come together to disconnect. But like, I thought about like how far can this go, and I don't know. I'm just hoping the right people see this and maybe they know something I don't. I'm just kind of going where God leads me.
Amen.
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, I think you really do have a really good idea here with the Recess reboot. Like it was fun. Like
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
honestly like I honestly can't wait for the next one.
Yay!
Like I even
Thank
posted
you.
on Facebook. I was like, so what are we doing for
We
June?
love that. I know you did say that. You was like, so what's next? I'm like, hot down. You haven't even given me time.
Because I
But,
missed out on bike riding.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
Was there anything else in between kickball and?
Bike ride, let me think.
Oh,
Kickball.
y'all did dodgeball.
Yeah, that
Ooh,
dodgeball was
nice.
so much
That
fun.
was-
Oh my gosh.
Dodgeball would have been fun.
First of all, I did not remember. Listen, I forgot how active or how exerting that dodgeball was. Running and dodging, and I'm like, whew, maybe I thought too far ahead. But yeah, dodgeball was really fun. We had kids fill in because some adults was like, nah, y'all got it.